Starting in 2028, households will be taxed at 9.9% on any income earned above $1 million. The tax will impact the majority of professional athletes on your favorite Seattle teams.
Yeah, the Seattle Seahawks general manager John Schneider said it will definitely have an impact on the way they negotiate these big contracts in the future. Drew Andre is tracking the latest on this morning. Drew, it does make you wonder, will this be a disincentive to come to Seattle?
Well, Jake, we know one thing for sure. It's going to take away one of those incentives for at least one of the reasons people would come here. But let's remember, too, there are only 8 other states that don't have an income tax. John Schneider has good reason for this concern. The average NFL salary last season was over $5 million, according to Sports Illustrated. And we've heard pro athletes openly say before that they chose one team over another for tax reasons. But pro athletes don't always live where they play, and many file taxes in both the state they play in as well as their home state. A sports marketing expert at Seattle University said there's no reason to panic. The impact will be real, but not extreme.
Whereas before we were kind of right there with Texas and Florida, now we no longer have that advantage. But we have a ton, I think, of other advantages to all of our sports teams and the leadership that we have. So I think, and just the environment that we have.
Appealing to pro athletes, though, was low on the priority list for lawmakers. The millionaires tax will provide tax breaks for small business owners and low to middle income families. Worth mentioning, Welch does not think this will hurt the chances of NBA expansion here in Seattle in any way. Jake.
Good to hear that, Drew. Thanks. So the tax signed by the governor doesn't go into effect until 2028. So any athlete contracts until then are safe. But for high dollar deals like, say, Jackson Smith and Jigba, who just set a record contract for the Seahawks, it will have an impact, 10%. So, for example, in 2028, JSN is going to be owed $42 million by the Seahawks. That means when the new millionaires tax kicks in, he has to shell out an additional $4 million to the state of Washington. It's baseball season, so let's talk the same numbers when it comes to the Mariners. Josh Naylor, our new first baseman, signed a big deal, $18 million owed to him in 2028. That means with the new tax, he'll owe $1.6 additional million in the income tax. It's not like income taxes are a new thing. This map here from the Tax Foundation shows you states that already have an income tax of some kind. You can see almost all of them. Florida, Tennessee, Texas, and just the city of Las Vegas are the only pro sports teams, states with pro sports teams that will have an income tax exemption, which means if you want to play in the NFL or the Big League Baseball League, MLB, these are the teams that you'd have to choose from if you want to avoid an income tax. I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather be on the Seahawks or the Mariners. I did a little number crunching since our last hour. Collectively, you've got an under 500 record with these teams, Rich. 48% win rate. So, you know, that changes, of course, every year.
Yeah, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so do you want to be on a winning team right now, or do you want to pay an income tax? Bottom line, I actually was surprised in the research. Pretty much everyone in the country has an income tax, a few states exempt.